Yo, this is WSoul13 bringing you Raid Shadow Legends. And today I'm going to be showing you a normal Hydra 1-key team. Well, it's kind of like a double 1-key team. I think the max for normal is just 6 million damage. There's the team right there. There's how much damage they did. So, yeah, HP burn is a thing against Hydra boss, right? So HP burn is really good. What is the reason why you would even go out of your way to build for Hydra, right? So up front right now, I'm going to tell you guys that none of these champs are built specifically for Hydra. They do other things for me in the game. And really, as the prophecy have foretold yesterday, it's not a big deal. You guys shouldn't even be worrying about Hydra boss. Unless you're at a sufficient progression in the game where you can actually participate and be useful, right, to your clan in Hydra boss. So I estimate that if you are doing really well in Hard Doom Tower and you have an Ultra Nightmare team, then and your clan is full of people like that, doing well in Hard Doom Tower and are mostly hitting Ultra Nightmare clan boss, I think your clan will probably beat at least the second Hydra difficulty. At least. So, unless, of course, that, you know, you guys haven't really figured out what to do, not everyone's participating. So there's a lot of caveats, obviously, right? But I'd say if something like, I don't know, 20 people out of your clan is active and actually doing stuff and doing well in the game, you know, doing good in Hard Doom Tower, beating Ultra Nightmare daily, I think it's very possible for you guys to scrounge up a kill of 2 difficulties at least. Higher power clans obviously will be able to do 3 minimum, I think. But the fourth one is kind of iffy for me. If anybody can beat that fourth one right now, I think it's possible with the super well-tuned clans that like coordinate or whatever. Maybe there's like another mechanic here we haven't really seen, which is the switching of clans. I don't know if that's a thing, if that's possible. What happens when you switch a clan? They didn't explain that part, so we might see shenanigans, right? It's possible we'll see shenanigans. This might be the new, when clan boss was first active before, what people did was they switched clans daily. I mean, as many times as they could, with as many keys as they have, to get as many chests as they can a day. That was the thing way back before even I started playing. You know, this was just things I heard later on down the line when I first started playing in 2019 December. So I'm actually nearing my 2nd anniversary now playing Raid. Okay, so let's show you the team and let's show you the guys. And I'm just gonna quickly tell you guys that none of these guys are built for Hydra boss specifically. And because of the varying heads and how the heads work, it's very hard to say, oh, here's a team, copy this team, you're gonna do well. Not really, but there are recurring themes, right? So this is what we're about here, and that's what we're gonna do. Archetypes, thresholds, right? That's what we like, right? So let's go. Let's see what's up. So a lot of things are still unknown about the Hydra boss, like the speeds and stuff. So we'll find out that information later. This is more intuitive playing in my the way I'm doing it. So yeah, so look, AoE damage is the king, right? So yeah, 40 mil from one of my clanmates here, and oh my god, such a beast team, right? You got Herndig, Trunda, and then Kaimar resets. Of course, the AoE treaty. What are you doing? Go play. It's okay. I know. Just go play. You got Kaimar resets, and then you got the Veil from what's this, Rector Draft, and then Ally Attack from Kreela. So the one thing here that I'm having a hard time understanding with the way he built his team, I'm not sure if he did this on manual or on auto, but the boss steals buffs. So maybe if you kill the boss that steals a buff quickly, it just takes care of the stealing the buff situation, right? So the stealing the buffs thing is one of the things that really hurt about the Hydra boss, right? So this is my team, right? So definitely not as powerful as his team. Mine is an HP burn based team, so HP burn does really well against Hydra boss, right? So this would be kind of a budget way of playing Hydra boss, in my opinion. You're gonna say, oh my god, but that's Dracomorph. Yeah, well, I've been playing the game 2 years, bruh. I'm already done with 2 versions of hard Doom Power. I'm an endgame player. Even if I am free to play, I'm like endgame, you know. So Hydra boss is definitely not a mid-game type thing. It's an endgame thing. Not even early endgame. You're not gonna step into Dragon's 20 and farm Dragon's 20 and be like, oh, I'm ready for Hydra boss. Nah, you're gonna be a little bit down the line before you're ready for the big dog, you know. Which is fine. That's what the game needs. The game needs end game content, right? So there's like plenty of stuff to do already out there. If you still can't beat all the stage 20 dungeons and farm them efficiently, you know, that's a project. That's what you gotta work on. If you can't beat hard Doom Tower, then that's a project. That's what you need to work on, right? Don't have an Ultra Nightmare Clan boss team, that's definitely a project. And that's an even worthier project than this, for sure. That is worth the effort. This, I'm not even sure if this is worth the effort. So let's. It's a tourniquet, baby.
What's a tourniquet?
That's what they use for my patients, my dear. Daddy uses it to tie his hair, but Daddy doesn't have hair anymore. 6.66 million damage. Illuminati confirmed. Yeah. All right, so let's check this out. Check out the drops. So I think the top chest is the only one that drops the frag. No, every chest will drop fragments. Yeah. So I think every chest will drop fragments. As long as you do 1.66, you're gonna get fragments. I think fragments here might be the super exclusive. Yeah, sure. Super exclusive reward.
Can we have marshmallows? Spooky marshmallows.
Yeah, but Halloween's already over, girl. Halloween's not till next year, okay? It's okay. Just wait, alright? So, yeah, 6.66 million damage. Apparently, isn't that hard if you fill your team up with HP Burn champs. HP Burn is really good against Hydra boss, right? It's very hard to explain, like, the nuance of how the heads interact with each other. There are definitely some things you want, like something to take care of the fears. So Rector Draft is a good one. Doom Priest obviously is a solid one as well. But the best one I think is Inquisitor Shamel, right? So if you don't know who Inquisitor Shamel is, definitely take a look at that guy. All right, so we'll do a quick run just to show you what the heads do and what I'm afraid of with the heads. Damn, it doesn't save your team. That's kind of unfortunate. So let's try to recreate that team, shall we? I don't even know who I put as a leader. Oh, Drexar, of course. So Drexar is good here because of the accuracy lead. Oh, right. You can't because they're locked out. Darn. I wanted to show you guys how that run worked. I should have exited out. So there's an unlimited amount of runs you can do, obviously. Let's just throw together whatever hodgepodge team, and then we'll do a run. Let's just. So I need some kind of cleanse, some kind of.
Daddy, what's this?
Debuff removal.
Daddy, what's this?
Yeah, this one takes away. I think Bergam Car might actually be good here because he takes away debuffs on the enemy. Use some kind of reviver. Oh, I haven't used Rector Draft yet, so let's use Rector Draft. I think it's a level 59. So, I want to show you guys the nuances of the heads real quick, and then we'll talk about. I'll put it on auto, so it's not really. This is not gonna be like a professor type lesson of this is what happens when you play Hydra, right? So, yeah. We'll put my face right here. There's a lot of space there. Yes, it's a dragon. So what is this? Mischief is the most annoying head in my opinion, because if he swallows somebody, that's our Legoland tag. I haven't taken it off. Oh, huwag mo kunin.
Why? Because
so head of mischief is probably the most annoying head of them all, because he can redirect the 75% of redirecting if you don't have hex on. Kind of really annoying. The way around that is AoE nukes or HP burn. This is why I think HP burn is going to be strong, because the ticks affect the other heads, right? So one of the ways the Hydra does the attrition is like, you know how a clan boss ups the damage over time, and that's the attrition part. Hydra does this little buff right here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. How do we do the info thing?
What's the little bus?
There we go. So you see this mark of the Hydra on Herndig? Once that reaches 0, one of these heads is gonna eat that Herndig, and I'm gonna need to deal enough damage to that head for him to spit it back out. And I think the timer is 5 turns. I think 5 turns or 4 turns, something like that. Oh, here we go. He ate it. So I gotta kill this head, and it's the head of mischief. And it's hard to kill that head because he redirects single target attacks. So the nukes have to be saved for this moment, so you could kind of like nuke it out of his head, right? And you could.
Are those are dragons?
Yes. No, it's a Hydra.
What's a Hydra?
It's like a lizard with a lot of heads. Anyways, I gotta be able to deal enough damage to take away that gray bar right there, and that will make him spit out my who did he eat? Herndig? Oh, did he spit him back out already or no? Why am I seeing him? Or is this like a... Oh, that's not the icon. Which one's the icon? Let me see. Oh, that might be a shield, huh? Okay, so scratch that. Let's see. I want to see them eat my Herndig. And I'll show you guys the icon. But yeah, you're gonna... If it happens to be... Okay, so it's a green bar, right? So green bar is 5 turns, so I gotta deal enough damage to this head right here, which head is this? The Torment head. So the Torment head is the one that puts on True Fear.
Daddy, what's this?
So decapitating a head is very good,
Daddy,
because it kind of snowballs your team into dealing more damage, and it gives your team a chance to recover and get their skills back up, get some healing back up. So healing is gonna be a thing. AoE damage is gonna be a thing. Poisons actually is also gonna be a thing. It's just that putting out enough of it when there are heads that can cleanse, you know. And then the buffs, honestly, if there's a head that takes buffs away, so one of the heads takes buffs away. I'm not sure if it's this one. Yeah, it's the head of mischief. So the head of mischief is actually one of the hardest ones to deal with, because it can take a buff away, all the buffs away, right? And then spread all the buffs to everybody else. So that could be like increased speed, like this, increased defense. Makes them really hard to kill. So definitely continuous heal is the worst buff that you can bring here, I think. Continuous heal and block damage. I think those two would be the worst buffs you can bring. Ally attack too will basically kill your ally attack. So yeah, and then you can free regroup every time. So I'm not gonna go through every single head and like, oh, this is what you do against this head. This is what you do against this head. It's more like the concept of AoE damage is great, HP burn is great, staying alive is great, right? And let's take a look at the champs I use just to show you guys the kind of stats you're looking for. This is not exact numbers because 1, we don't know thresholds yet. And 2, they're used in other parts of the game, you know. So here we go. Okay, so first we used Drexstar as the lead. So the reason why you want to use Drexstar as the lead is one of them has a resistance type aura, and you want to counteract that with your own accuracy aura. So Drexstar is great because it puts accuracy on. Every time he gets hit, he puts HP burn on, and his A1s put HP burn on. Unfortunately, none of them can be provoked, but otherwise this would have been awesome too because it'll put decreased attack on. And it's a regen set, immortal set build. This is for Hard Doom Tower. This is Hard Doom Tower capable, and it's in a boss killer build, so it ends with War Master, I think, on the masteries, right? So lots of HP, lots of depth, 65k HP, 3.4k depth, 250 accuracy. Accuracy is a little bit low for the Hard Doom Tower, but I have ways around that with the accuracy aura on deck, Drex, and a increased accuracy buff on Lady Kimmy. And this is a typical boss killer build for a debuffer. So you want to run down offense tree to Life Drinker, then all the way down to War Master, right? And then you're taking accuracy here, accuracy there, accuracy here, Evil Eye, and then for Drexstar in particular, you want both Sniper and Master Hexer. And then Cycle of Magic, just a little bit of cooldown reset. So all the other skills aren't as important as those ones I've highlighted. Next is Cylinder Drakes. Same thing. She's on a boss killer build as well, but I put her on a defense tree instead of the accuracy tree. Mostly because I built her for, what did I build her for? Eternal Dragon, and that boss hits really hard. So I needed something to where she could live longer against that boss. So this is why I went defense tree. So for defensive type boss killer builds, right, you want either defense or resistance, whatever else you're building for, and then you're hitting either improved parry or blast proof, right? And then you want to pick Resurgent, and then delay death all the way down to Cycle is good. Retribution's also good. Yeah, so a lot of people pick Retribution. That's great for clan boss, great for boss fights. Cycle is pretty good because it gives you extra turn meter. So if, speed tuning is not a big deal for you, then you should pick Cycle, right? It's really good. And then my Syl is on a Relentless set with Immortal, 66k HP, 3.6k depth, 210 speed, 293 accuracy. So like I said, my accuracy isn't as high for Hard Doom Tower because I got ways around the accuracy thing, right? So Dracomorph is not built for Hard Doom Tower. He is built for budget unkillable, right? Even my budget unkillable build of him has kind of fallen off, so he's not entirely budget unkillable right now because I don't play budget unkillable anymore. For Clan Boss, if you don't know what I'm playing, check out my Brognimancer stuff. It's on my channel. And for Dracomorph, 40k HP, crit rate is low, 52%, so that could be higher, even for my budget unkillable build, because I need 70% because I'm putting Kreela on the team, right? Puts it up to 100. But yeah, definitely the crit rate is low. 240 crit damage, 270 accuracy, so yeah. And this is a clan boss build, budget unkillable style, so no turn meter stuff, right? And I'm just going for, I think Methodical is a good one to get for him because you're using that A1 a lot. Yeah, but it's kind of a boss killer build as well. I just picked Cycle of Violence here just to have a chance to reset some of the skills because I do use Draco some of my dungeon runs, but not most of my dungeon runs. I don't use him anymore. Honestly, I've been using who's this one? Lydia more. So that takes care of Draco. This is a superstar in my clan boss team, Geomancer. So he is in a Brognimancer, standard Brognimancer build, no unkillable stuff. So just 1-to-1 against a clan boss, so he's built for 171 and 179 speed, 1-to-1 against 1-to-1 ratio on Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, and Brutal, I think. I'll close it up on Brutal. You don't really need this super 1-to-1 Brutal because you're gonna deal a lot of damage with Brogni Master against Brutal. But yeah, 50k HP, 3k def, loss of accuracy, 240 for a clan boss. So this is Ultra Nightmare geared. This is for my 2 key team on Ultra Nightmare, right? So the affinity, mastery is pretty standard, right? For a clan boss, this is like very standard clan boss mastery. That's speed tuned. So mine is speed tuned. It's 1-to-1 ratio, and have him on stalwart set. So this helps him survive, right? Ultra Nightmare clan boss more. It's very, very strong. You'll be surprised at my ninja. Ninja is gonna surprise you because he dealt the second most damage, right? Look how my ninja's built. Look how my ninja's built. So that wasn't an optimized team, right? Obviously, right? Obviously, it wasn't an optimized team. It's just me putting stuff together, seeing what sticks, and trying to get a 1P run on normal. Yes, baby. Look at this. 45k HP, so 1.7k def, 70% crit rate, 139 crit damage, 213 accuracy. Yeah. Pretty horrible build, honestly. He's on lifesteal gear, and he is on a boss killer build, right? For clan boss, for dragons, for ice golem, whatever boss you use him on. He's good here.
No.
And what speed did I put him on? I forgot. Is it 170? Yeah. So this is pretty ideal stats for like early game stuff, mid game stuff, you know. And the reason why I built him like this is because the only content I've actually used Ninja in is my YouTube content, which is free to play, low spender run of Dark Fey normal Doom Tower from 0 to 120 on normal with just Ninja on your team. If you haven't seen that, it's on my channel, right? So check that out. But really, the point of Ninja here is that to limit his stats, actually, so it's a lot more achievable for people to build him close to something like this. So you really just need the 200 accuracy, over 40k def, 170 speed. That's it. All the other stats don't matter. So if I were to optimize this guy, definitely want him to deal a lot more damage than the 3-point-something million he dealt. So yeah. The reason why is because of this, right? The escalation thing. So he does more damage over time. So if I build him for damage, I think he would do a lot better against the Hydra bosses. So yeah, this might actually be a place where and he's unbooked. This is a no-book ninja. So this is actually a good way for me. All my other guys are booked, I think. Even Draco Morph is booked. Who else did I use on that team? I'm trying to remember. I already forgot who I used on that team. So I got the six team is actually also kind of putting me for a loop a little bit. So I got Geomancer, I got Drexstar, Syl, Ninja. Where are the other two? Is it another? Oh, Doom Priest, of course. You gotta have Doom Priest. So if you're facing off against that Fear boss, right? I forgot. I think it's a Torment head. You need something to take away the fears or something to bail your team, right? So the three ones off the top of my head is Doom Priest, Rector Draft, and Inquisitor Shamel. So this is my Doom Priest. He's built for hard Doom Tower. She's really strong for hard Doom Tower. 225 speed, so speed's pretty good. That could be a little bit higher for hard Doom Tower. Maybe 250 would be better. 255. 69k def, yeah. HP, I mean. Def is a little low, 2.4k. I would like that a little bit higher. Crit rate and crit damage, I didn't really build for it, right? Resist, you could build resist on your Doom Priest. That's actually a pretty good idea. But who was the last champ I used? Man, I forgot already. Was it? Actually, we can take a look, right? I'm like struggling to remember who my last dude was. Syl? No, we already seen Sil. Draco. Oh, we've already shown everybody. Already shown Draco. But I forgot I had Draco in there. I love you, baby.
I'm wearing my mask.
All right, so okay, my daughter wants me to shut up now. See that, baby. Go back and put your seatbelt on. So we're gonna go. All right, so I just dropped my son off school. This is kind of like the perfect time for me to shoot this stuff. Yeah, Hydra boss. In my opinion, not really a big deal. You shouldn't bend over backwards to try to build for it. Progression is most important in the game, right? So that gives you the income stream to be able to diamond hand the shards so you can play in the fusion events and save for the guaranteed shard events. That's the way. Hydra boss is kind of just icing on the cake if you can get it done. If you can't, that's fine. Don't make it too hard on yourselves to try to do well on Hydra. This is day 1 too. So many things are gonna discover down the line, like the thresholds, because if you can build specifically for it, why not? And it kind of overlaps with other content too. Why not, right? So as of right now, clan boss builds work, dungeon builds work, hard doom tower builds work. Everything we've already built already works. It's a matter of synergy, right? So I think you want AoE damage, you want HP burn, poisons, it's okay. Healer revivers, definitely. Cleansers, definitely. Right, so specific things against the specific heads would be great. But in general, I think those are kind of gonna be the things you want. AoE decrease attack is actually pretty good. Right, so even if they have a cleanser or whatever, AoE decrease attack is pretty good. So I'm actually looking to power up my Duke and my Stag Knight specifically for Hydra. They'll help out my clan boss, my faction wars teams as well. But specifically for Hydra, I might actually put up both Duke and Stag Knight specifically for this boss. But that's about it, guys. We'll find out more down the line how to build specifically for it. But if you're kind of progressing the game like me, we've already beaten Hard Doom Tower, then yeah, you can put together a team with synergy. Prioritize synergy, right? Then you could optimize the builds a little bit for Hydra boss, but as of right now, it's not worth it because we don't know the exact numbers yet, right? So just do the best you can. We'll see what happens on the next rotation or whatever, or once people figure out what to do. All right, see you guys.